So, why did I create this channel? I created this channel because in February of 2018, I was diagnosed with an extremely rare and aggressive form of cancer called adrenal cortical carcinoma, high grade, stage 3. And when I went to search the internet, I couldn't find much of anything about this disease. I mean, there are a few Facebook groups, but as far as like YouTube videos and other warriors out there, there's like nothing out there. So, my main reason in creating this channel is that I would like to create more awareness for this disease so that it can get more funding. Anyway, I had originally created a video that kind of outlined my story. The quality wasn't very good, so I thought I would try again. So my story begins in June of 2015. I had went to the emergency room because I was having back pain, and I thought maybe I just had a kidney infection. So they ran some tests, and those tests all came back fine as far as I knew. However, I about 2 months later, I read through my medical records, and as I was reading through them, I noticed that the imaging report of my stomach had showed that I had a 2.1 centimeter mass on my left adrenal gland. And basically the terminology that they used was that it appeared to be a benign, so non-cancerous incidentaloma, which those happen frequently. And it did say in the report that I should be getting further workup from an endocrinologist. Unfortunately, no one told me this information. So from June 2015 to about August 2015, I was unaware that I really even had anything going on. Anyway, after reading that report, I started researching about adrenal tumors and became concerned. So I followed up with a local endocrinologist in my area. And when I arrived at his office, he had never heard, well, I'm not saying he's never heard of adrenal cancer, but he had never ever seen a patient with adrenal cancer, and had never actually did the workup for it, like the blood tests, the CAT scan imaging that needed done. So basically, he was Googling how to work up an adrenal tumor in front of me. So my confidence in him wasn't exactly 100%. Let's put it that way. Anyway, he ran a bunch of tests, and his conclusion was that everything was fine and that I should just go on with my life. I didn't really need any further testing. Everything was good. However, my primary care doctor, who I've been seeing for almost 7 years now, she was adamant that we stay on top of this. She just had a gut feeling, and I had a gut feeling too that something was amiss, something wasn't right. So in the summer of 2016, I traveled out of state to get an expert opinion about the tumor. And after that expert opinion, it was decided that they believed that my tumor was benign. So pretty much I didn't worry about it anymore. I mean, I'd had several doctors tell me that this tumor wasn't anything to worry about. So I just kind of went on with my life until April of 2017. I had a scan done, and then I wasn't supposed to have any other scanning done at all on it. However, in November of 2017, I had a gut feeling like I was having more pain on that side, on my left side, in my back, and I just had a feeling, and my doctor had a feeling too, because she's like, it's been about 6 months since we've looked at that tumor. So why don't we go ahead and just, do another CAT scan, see where we're at. And I was agreeable, so we did that. So anyway, that CAT scan came back and it showed that the tumor had enlarged. Not a whole lot, not even really enough to be extremely concerned about. But again, my doctor had a gut feeling that something wasn't right. So she petitioned my insurance company to get a PET/CT scan done. And I had that done, I believe, December 13th, 2017. And that scan came back that there was an abnormal radio tracer uptake within my left adrenal gland. So basically, that indicated that whatever was going on in my adrenal gland likely was cancer. So in January 2018, I met with a surgeon, a local surgeon who specializes in endocrine surgery. And I had chosen her because she had done her residency and fellowship at the University of Michigan, which the University of Michigan basically, they've written the book for adrenal cancer. I have so much respect for them and all that they have done for this rare and aggressive cancer. So she had done her residency up there and had actually written a paper about the importance of removing adrenal tumors via open surgery if there was any indication that they were cancerous. However, because of the size of my tumor, she wanted to remove it laparoscopically, which, if you know anything about adrenal cancer, the best way to remove adrenal cancer is to do open surgery rather than laparoscopic surgery. So anyway, on February 6, 2018, I had laparoscopic surgery to remove my tumor. And I think it took about 3 weeks before I got a phone call. And I'll never forget that day. It was February 26, 2018 at around 4:10 p.m. in the afternoon. And my surgeon called me to tell me that I had stage 3, high-grade adrenal cortical carcinoma. Adrenal cancer comes in 4 stages. Stage 1, having the better prognosis. Stage 4 having, basically stage 4 is worse. So there's stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4 adrenal cancer. The crazy thing about this disease is that in almost 50 years of research, like we always hear that cancer, we've made all these great gains in, treating cancer and raising awareness and funding and all these things. But that is not true for adrenal cancer. In 50 years, the FDA has approved one drug, a drug called Midotane. It's a derivative of an illegal pesticide called DDT, and its success in treating adrenal cancer, if you read about it and research it, it has horrible effects on the body. And in some cases, it does help people. I don't want to discount that. But in a lot of cases, it doesn't help people. It is not a cure. A lot of times, it will just delay progression. It is rarely a cure for this rare and aggressive cancer. So anyway, I decided I really wanted to start this channel just to raise awareness for adrenal cancer, to get the word out, to hopefully get some funding going for centers of excellence across the United States. There are only a handful, just off the top of my head, and I apologize if I leave anyone out. But Dr. Fojo in New York, I believe Moffitt Cancer Center down in Florida is doing some great work. The University of Colorado is doing some amazing stuff with adrenal cancer, as well as the University of Michigan in Ann Arbor. And again, I apologize if I've left anyone out. I'm sure there are others. Those are the four that come to my head. So, I just want to get the word out. I want people to know how serious this disease is. It's like once a week or once every couple weeks, I'm seeing my friends, this cancer is like a 1 in a million cancer. Only 1 in a million people will get it in their lifetime. So I live in the state of Indiana, so roughly there should be about 3 of us diagnosed per year with a population of 3 million. So there isn't a lot of awareness, there isn't a lot of funding, there is not a lot of research, and there needs to be. Our lives matter too. I'm seeing children left and right, and they're dying. My friends that I've come to know and love, my adrenal cancer family that I've come to love through this journey, they're dying. And it's like no one cares because it's such an orphan cancer. We're orphans. No one seems to care about us and our families and people who have children. This cancer matters too. So please, please, will you help us in the fight to raise awareness for this rare and aggressive cancer called adrenal cancer?